accountancy field, many of us will have that perception, oh, it's just numbers, it's just accounts, you do balancing. Actually, no. Accounts now, it's actually borderless and it's actually about the business. And no organization can survive, can thrive, without knowing the numbers. So the numbers here is not just knowing the balancing, how much profit we make at the end of the year, but also what are the potential of growth? What are the opportunities? What are those new things can we do to capture the new market segment, to be able to contribute more to the society, to make that impact, to tell that stories of change that would actually create, that kind of influence the leadership, for the next generations. So there's so much more that we can do, but obviously, all this has to start with the right mindset, especially during the, as the younger generation, when you first graduate and all those. Just do not close your mind, and try to narrow down the definition of accountancy. It's a word that has big meaning. It's all about how we can be a great navigator for the business, working side by side with all the captains of industry, navigating the business in such a way for the benefits of the society, the community, and the next generation. As the pandemic has shown us, it is a digital-first mindset that will drive the future. So as a forward-looking organization, the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, we undertook a global research in 2018 into the future of finance, where we consulted with 5,500 finance professionals from over 2,000 public and private organizations of all sizes in about 150 countries. So in 2019, we have already introduced the digital skills as one of the core skills of our professional qualification. Our foresight has placed us in a very strong position to provide our finance professionals with the key competencies to help businesses with digital transformation. And you can see that digital skills being the core of our professional qualification, which includes technical, business, people, and leadership skills. All this adding on together, we actually ensure that all our finance professionals are effective business partners as well as value partners for their organizations. So to weather the storm, even without the pandemic, we saw that it is not just about digital transformation. There is a need for businesses to reevaluate their business model, as it has proven time and again that an organization that has a one-size-fits-all will suffer, because the business model has to be flexible enough, because the thing is that the habits and the circumstances constantly change. So finance professionals who qualified through the association are well equipped with the skills and competencies to challenge business models and help businesses recover and become more resilient for the future. During the whole lockdown period, obviously, I place a lot of focus on, still my role. I just want to make sure that the lockdown does not at all in any way constrain my role, constrain my thinking and, some of the ambitions and goals that I have. Obviously, business has to go on, even though with the lockdown, we just have to find ways how to work around it. And the second thing is, I think a lot about my team. At the end of the day, every organization, no matter how much we invest in technology or having the best plan, no other assets is most important other than the people that we hire, the talent that we hire in the organization. So if I can feel the constraint, being locked into the four walls of my home, not having to, have the daily normals that we actually enjoy, I can imagine what would that, be for my team members. Some of my team members, they have small kids, young children at home, where they have to babysit them, looking after them, while at the same time to fulfill what they need to do day to day, and also looking after, the spouse, the parents. There's so many other responsibilities that they have to deal with, at home. At the same time, they still try to, fulfill their professional roles every day. And talking about work, even though most of us are in the lockdown, I doubt it that the stress at work is anything less, all right? it was a year full of unknown. So when it comes to business, those who are in business, we don't really know what is it for us tomorrow. So we really got to spend so much time of thinking and preparing ourselves for all the unknowns. But at the same time, trying to adapt to the new normal due to the lockdown. And again, as women, playing the multiple roles of who we are, the mother, the wife, the daughter, and also a professional to our organization. So I never actually undermine the kind of, challenge that, my team members have, and I want to make sure that I am there understanding and trying to do my best to actually support them by enabling them to still do what they needed to do from the domestic front, but also to be at their best at the work front. Well, I love chocolates. So I always know we give yourself the sugar rush. This is one way to actually boost you up. And I actually love spending time watching TV series, especially TV series that actually give me a lot of those thinking, anything to do with crime, anything to do with medicals, because if I'm not watching TV, I love to listen to podcasts. I will also love to read. Malaysia is all about good food, it's food heaven. So from Penang to Malacca to the East Coast, it's all about food that draws me to visit the States. So once the restriction is off, that is where I'll be heading. So